Hi friends, it's so good to see you again today. I'm so glad to have so many of my friends from school checking in on the stories that I'm reading. I know that Grady and Reeve have been watching a lot of these, and Sebastian and Hanetti and Annika and Eleanor, Rohia and Naomi and Kingston have all watched them, just to name a few of the people. If you want me to give you a shout out, just leave a comment below or email me, or just let me know in some way that you have been watching these videos, because I've had a lot of fun making them, knowing the faces that are watching them on the other side. It really means something to me, so thank you. In this weird time of being on quarantine, I think it's so important that we have these opportunities to kind of visit and have a little taste of normal, even though it's a little bit different. So I'm glad that you're checking in. Today's lesson is going to be about character traits. I'll move this closer because I don't have big chart paper. I just have these little pieces of paper that I'm writing on. So character traits are words that describe and help us to understand a character. And a character is a person in a story, or who the story is written about. And there's two kinds of character traits, or actually probably more, but the ones we're going to focus on are the ones that are on the outside and the inside. And the difference between those two on the outside are the things that we can see. So the physical traits. So for example, with me, you would say that Mrs. Littlejohn has blue eyes. She's got brown and blonde hair. She's tall. She's got pink lips. She has a nose. There are obvious ones like that. She's wearing a black shirt. So all the things that you can see and notice about me are the physical character traits. Those are the things on the outside. And on the inside, we have thoughts, feelings, and personality. These two change quite a bit. Well, especially that one. That one can really change at the drop of a hat, can't it? But our personality is usually pretty static, which means it just usually stays kind of similar to what it always is. You kind of know who a person is and what they're like. And so the character traits of me could be different throughout the day. So what I'm thinking about, what I'm feeling. So one of the things that I just said to you is I'm so happy that we get to meet like this, and that we kind of need these opportunities to connect. And those are some of my thoughts on the inside. And so from that, you can learn that I'm a person who needs to know that other people are out there, and needs to know that other people are thinking about me like I'm thinking about them. And so when I do these videos, it's me showing empathy for you, because I think that there are people out there just like me who need to have that connection with that day-to-day, what we were doing before we all went on this stay at home for the coronavirus. So my feelings, you know, sometimes I'm really happy and sometimes I'm sad. And so those traits can change throughout even just one story. And then my personality, I'm sure that you know that I am, I try to be kind, I try to be friendly, I try to be thoughtful. My personality, I'm a little silly. I like to laugh. That I am a very sensitive person, and it's easy to hurt my feelings. So all of those things like that are kind of part of my personality. And these all blend together to make who I am on the inside. So today we're going to be reading a story, and as soon as I show you this, you're going to immediately go, oh, I know that story. I know that character. And I chose a familiar character because I want you to be able to think about what is she like. And the character we're going to read about today is Olivia. And Olivia, we can notice first thing is a pig. She is a little piggy character. And so we're going to actually keep track right here as we read this story of what Olivia is like. And so I'm just going to write first thing that she's a pig. And that's not to say that she's messy or anything else. That's just talking about the basics of who she is. It's not supposed to be an insult or anything like that. Get my handy dandy glasses on. There's another one of my physical traits. She wears glasses when she reads. Yes, she does, friends. My eyes were perfect for a long time, but as I've been getting older, that has changed. Oh, this is kind of fun. This is was Mr. Littlejohn's boss when we first had Guinevere, and this book was given to Guinevere when she was a baby. And so, yeah, this book just came out when she was brand spanking new. So here's Olivia. And we're already learning a little bit about Olivia. What color does she like to wear? She likes to wear red. Looks like she likes to change her clothes. So in this short little period of time, that we've read this story so far, just opening the front page, we can see that she was a ballerina, she was wearing a t-shirt, she had movie star glasses, there's underwear, a tank top, oh maybe this is a bathing suit, and then here she took off her baseball hat and she's putting on a dress, and now she's wearing her dress. So maybe she changes her thoughts and feelings pretty rapidly. We can take a guess about her with that. And then here she is, ready to go running. To the real Olivia and Ian, and to William, who didn't arrive in time to appear in this book. So this is a book that is by, Ian Falconer. And Ian Falconer, Olivia is kind of based on his daughter, is my understanding. And kind of a cool thing about him is he includes real artwork that you can find in actual museums. This one is Jackson Pollock, and it's called A Detail from Autumn Rhythm, number 30, and it's at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So if you've ever been to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, then you may have seen that. And the other one is A Detail from Ballet Rehearsal on the Set, 1874, by Edgar Degas. And so those will both appear in this book. This is Olivia. She is good at a lot of things. So this right here says 40 very loud songs. So what can we tell about Olivia? Well, the first thing, another thing that we notice is she is a singer. Whoops, I got the fat side of my marker. I want the fat side. She's a singer. And it looks like they're trying to tell us that she is loud. And I think that we can all think of people we know who are loud and people we know who we think are quiet. She is very good at wearing people out. So there she is doing all kinds of things. She's hammering, she's jumping, she's running, she's doing a handstand, she's playing yo-yo. Looks like she's acting or crying. She's kicking a ball, she's dancing around, she's eating, she's running, she's jump roping. She even wears herself out. So we can also say that she is active. We can say she's busy. And sometimes grown-ups say that that is a thing that is a bother to them, but really, that's just part of who you are. And you don't have to be worried about being a busy person. Mostly you just have to worry about where you're doing your busy things and your noisy things. So that's when a lot of grown-ups talk about inside voices and outside voices, or inside activities and outside activities. When you get a parent or a grown-up who is redirecting you or correcting you, it's usually because the place you have picked isn't the best place. Olivia has a little brother named Ian. He is always copying. Sometimes Ian just won't leave her alone, so Olivia has to be firm. So Olivia, I would say, likes to be unique. Unique. So she doesn't like somebody to copy her. So she has to be firm. But how is she being firm? She's scaring poor Ian away. Olivia lives with her mother, her father, her brother, and her dog Perry, and Edwin the cat. In the morning after she gets up, she moves the cat, and she brushes her teeth and combs her ears, and moves the cat. So she moves the cat again. So even though she can be noisy and loud and lots of busyness, she's also responsible. She's taking care of the cat, and she's brushing her teeth. Just because you're a busy person doesn't mean that you're not a good person. The reason I'm saying that is because I was a very busy person when I was a kid. And sometimes I worried that I wasn't a good person because I was busy and because I was loud. But now I know that I just probably wasn't picking the best places to be busy and loud, but I'm still a good person. Olivia gets dressed. She has to try on everything. goodness. My favorite one is this one. She puts on her tights. She just puts herself all on one side. Oh my gosh, so funny. So we might say that she's indecisive. Indecisive means she has a hard time making decisions. On sunny days, Olivia likes to go to the beach. She feels it's important to come prepared. She has flippers, a bathing suit, earplugs, and she's got water wings, all of that. She's wearing all of that to go to the beach. Last summer when Olivia was little, her mother showed her how to make sandcastles. I'm going to say that she's playful. And we can also say that she is prepared. We can notice that she's very prepared with her bathing suit and all of her other stuff. She got pretty good. Her mom taught her to make sandcastles, but I bet she didn't think that she was going to teach her how to do that. So we can also notice that she's very creative. Sometimes Olivia likes to bask in the sun. When her mother sees that she's had enough, they go home. She got a pretty good burn there. She's pink everywhere except for where her bathing suit was. Every day Olivia is supposed to take a nap. It's time for you know what, her mother says. Do you see her face? She doesn't look very happy about that. So right there, we can say that she is grumpy. I'm starting to run out of room. Grumpy. Of course, Olivia is not at all sleepy. So she's found a lot of things to do instead of go to sleep. So that goes back to her being creative, playful. That kind of proves that, doesn't it? On some days, Olivia likes to go to the museum. She heads straight for her favorite picture. Olivia looks at it for a long time. What could she be thinking? What do you think she's thinking as she looks at that picture of the ballerinas? I'm going to say that she's thoughtful. Full of ideas. And look at, that's what she's thinking. She's thinking of herself as the ballerina on the stage. But there is a one painting Olivia just doesn't get. I could do that in about 5 minutes, she says to her mother. And there's that one, the Jackson Pollock that we were talking about. And as soon as she gets home, she gives it a try. Now, if you have paints at home, you should try this, but do not try this on the wall. Do it on a piece of paper in a place where you won't make a mess. And then after you're done, don't have your family clean up for you. You can rinse out your own brushes, put your paints away, and make sure everything's cleaned up. But this is a really great thing to try. Drizzling paint around like Jackson Pollock, just like what Olivia did. Because when you do it on the wall, you get in trouble. She got a timeout. After a nice bath and a nice dinner, it's time for bed. But of course, Olivia is not at all sleepy. Only 5 books tonight, she says. No, Olivia, just 1. How about 4? 2? 3? All right, 3. But that's it. So I would say she's good at negotiating. So she's a negotiator. I like the word negotiator better than arguer. Negotiator makes you sound like you're doing something important. Arguing makes you sound like you're doing something unkind. But sometimes we have to negotiate, right? When they finished reading, Olivia's mother gives her a kiss and says, "You know, you really wear me out, but I love you anyway." And Olivia gives her a kiss back and says, "I love you anyway too." And there she is dreaming of being an opera singer. And so we can also say that she is loving. Because she is very loving. Just like you are. And there she is the next day, taking off her dress and getting ready to boogie. And that's the end of Olivia. So down below, right underneath, if you click on the little triangle, there are a couple links to some worksheets for you to either read a worksheet and figure out the character that they're talking about, or to read in your own book and find some character traits in a story that you are reading right now. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.